with pranams to the holy trio and to revered Swami Shantivratananda Maharaj, and namaste to everyone present. We begin our next class on Sri Chandi. So I'll request Swamiji to take over from here. Thank you, Swamiji.
ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते. Dear devotees, as you all, I think, remember, 45th sloka onwards, we will try to chant. So till, I think, 56, 11 slokas we will chant. Then afterwards we will go to the meaning. Paramashwaryamatulam
Paramaishwaryamatulam
Paramashwaryamatulam
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 प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान्
प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान्
प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान्
प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान्
निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः
निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः
निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः
निर्भरो जायते मर्त्यः
सङ्ग्रामेष्वपराजितः
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 त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्यः
त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूर्वः
त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्यः
त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्यः
कवचेनावृतः पुमान्
कवचेनावृतः पुमान्
कवचेनावृतः पुमान्
कवचेनावृतः पुमान्
इदं तु देव्याः कवचम्
इदं तु देव्याः कवचम्
इदं तु देव्याः कवचम्
इदं तु देव्याः कवचम्
देवानामपि दुर्लभम्
देवानामपि दुर्लभम्
देवानामपि दुर्लभम्
देवानामपि दुर्लभम्
यः पठेत् प्रयतो नित्यम्
यः पठेत् प्रयतो नित्यम्
यः पठेत् प्रयतो नित्यम्
यः पठेत् प्रयतो नित्यम्
त्रिसन्ध्यं श्रद्धयान्वितः
त्रिसन्ध्यं श्रद्धान्वितः
त्रिसन्ध्यं श्रद्धयान्वितः
त्रिसन्ध्यं श्रद्धयान्वितः
Maybe just one person can chant, it is enough. Maybe others can mute it. Juma, maybe this time you can chant if you don't mind.
No problem, Maharaj.
Yeah.
So from which one?
Devi kala bhavet tasya
दैवी कला भवेत् तस्य
Daivi kala bhavet tasya
दैवी कला भवेत् तस्य
त्रैलोक्येष्वपराजितः
त्रैलोक्येष् अपराजितः
त्रैलोक्येषु अपराजितः
त्रैलोक्येषु अपराजितः
जीवेत् वर्षशतं साग्रम्
जीवेद्वर्षशतं साग्रम्
जीवेद्वर्षशतं साग्रम्
जीवेद्वर्षशतं साग्रम्
अपमृत्युविवर्जितः
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 नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे
नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे
नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे
नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे
लुता विस्फोटकादयः
लुटा विस्फोटकदा लुटा विस्फोटकादयः
लुता विस्फोटकादयः
लुटा विस्फोटकादयः
स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव
स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव
स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव
स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव
कृत्रिमं चैव यद्विषम्
कृत्रिमं चैव यद्विषम्
कृत्रिमं चैव यद्विषम्
कृत्रिमं चैव यद्विषम्
अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि
अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि
अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि
अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि
मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले
मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले
मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले
मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले
भूचरः केचराश्चैव
भूचरः खेचराश्चैव
भूचरः केचराश्चैव
भूचरः खेचराश्चैव
जुलजाशोपदेशिकाः
जुलजाशोपदेशिकाः
जुलजाश्चोपदेशिकाः
जुलजाश्चोपदेशिकाः
सहजाकुलजामालाम्
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 डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा
डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा
डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा
डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा
अन्तरिक्षचराघोरा
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 डाकिन्यश्च महाबलाः
डाकिन्यश्च महाबलाः
डाकिन्यश्च महाबलाः
डाकिन्यश्च महाबलाः
ग्रहभूतपिशाचाश्च
ग्रहभूतपिशाचश्च
ग्रहभूतपिशाचाश्च
ग्रहभूतपिशाचाश्च
यक्षगन्धर्वराक्षसाः
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 Yeah. Now we will try to, know these slokas. Then afterwards, if time permits, then I will go to the other slokas. Yeah. Dear devotees, whoever remembers the earlier classes or whoever has attended the earlier classes, you will be remembering how the Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, the Lord of creation, he was gone explaining to the Markandeya that every part of our body is protected by Divine Mother or different forms of Divine Mother. So here one philosophical and spiritual meaning we should take is, now we should get away attachment, we should try to get away from attachment. We keep saying that. We all say, and we say, yeah, but it is too difficult. It is too difficult. We keep saying that. Now, here it is one of the easiest way the scriptures are giving. So one is getting away detachment, attachment from the things is a one thing. And here getting away attachment from one's own body. How to detach oneself from my body, not physically, cognitively, from the intellectually, from the mind. There are two ways. One is, as Sri Ramakrishna tells in Gospel, this body is nothing but it is a cage made up of flesh, muscles, bone, bone marrow, blood, and all different type of filthy items also. Oh mind, then why are you getting attached to your body? Body is nothing but made up of flesh, muscles, nerves, and whatnot. This is a one way of understanding, which is quite difficult. We all know that, but thinking that and trying to get detached from the body or getting away the attachment towards the body is quite difficult for many of us. So this is one of the easiest method here is, now every part of our body is being protected by Divine Mother. So this body can be taken as the temple where the God is residing in this body, and I am just I'm what you say, trustee, means I am taking care of this body. For example, if someone has given the responsibility for me to take up, to take care of a temple, I am like in the Kotwal, they say in the southern part of India, and northern part of India, they say Bhandari, or different types of names we use. Means they are the take carers of the temple basically. So I am the take care of this temple called body where Divine Mother or our chosen deities are residing. And for that, this is very wonderful. When we are chanting Kavacha, after knowing the meaning, every part of the body we can think, and every part of body is divinized or protected by the stay, by residing different forms of Mother. So this is a wonderful meditation also. So each mantra slowly chanting, closing the eyes, or even slow open, of course, because most of us, we have not bhated. Slowly chanting, we can slowly feel that every part of the body has been taken care by, or has been presided by different forms of goddesses. This can be a wonderful meditation. And also, this is an assurance for all of us, Mother is protecting us. So this outlook one should develop when we read Kavacha. One is the meaning and other things, but we should try to develop the spiritual outlook. We are the caretaker of this body, and the body is a temple, abode, where the God or the Divine Mother is residing. So if we can take that stand, and if we can practice our spiritual sadhana, it will be much easy, and we can get away from the attachment towards the body. Now, after discussing all these things, now Chaturmukha Brahma, the Lord of creation, is explaining in the next few slokas, what are you going to get from this chanting the Kavacha, Durga Kavacha? Because people ask, there is a Sanskrit couplet, Prayojanam Anuddishya Mandopi na pravartate. Without any benefit, even the fool will not work. So, for an example, when we are children, when we were small, we would have our mother would have asked, can you go and get some item from the shop? Maybe some chili or some vegetables or maybe a grocery or something. Then you immediately would have asked, what do I get it? Why should I go? Mother is to say probably, okay, I will give 1 rupee extra, you can purchase a chocolate. Now, their mother's intention is not to give 1 rupee and to buy a chocolate. Mother's intention is to go and get the things, whatever, but she's tempting us, mother is tempting us by giving this 1 rupee chocolate. Or she will say, oh, you have to be very disciplined. You should do this, you should not do this. Then we will not listen. Then mother will tempt us. Okay, if you follow me, if you follow my instructions, if you do whatever I say, you will get a toy. or you will get a new clothes, or you will get a whatever you ask, we will get it. So like that, they used to tempt us and they used to make us discipline, or they used to make us whatever they wish. So this is also like a palashruti. So palashruti is what? It is giving like a chocolate. Okay, you if you do this Durga Kavacha, you will get a chocolate. I mean, just I'm giving a one very crude example, of course. So this is like a giving a chocolate. Okay. Now, what is that they are telling? We will try to understand. Padamekam na gachet tu yadi ichet shubhamatmanah kavachen avruto nityam yatra yatra iva gachat. Padam ekam na gachet. Means padam ekam means one step. Na gachet. Should not go. For an example, you are living in the house. If you want to go one step outside of the house, even so, yadi ichet, even if you desire, but still you should perform Durga Kavacha. What does it mean here? Means when we go for picnic, when we go for pilgrimage, for an example, you say, we are going to Chardam. First time when I went Chardam in 2012, it was a first time experience going to Himalaya. That biting cold and that type of cold water and so many things was very first hand experience. We had a lot of enthusiasm, no doubt, but it also set upon our health. So when we go that, I mean, when we visit such places or when we go for tour and all, what we do, first and foremost, we don't leave our food, we don't leave our sleep, but we leave our spiritual practices. Snantan, I mean, in Bengali, if you say Snantan Bala Hoina, I mean, we won't get a bath properly, we can't, the places are not clean, and we are not clean, and I'm feeling tired, and we are now going touring and etc. I may not do my spiritual practices. So I will stop my spiritual practices. Maybe japa, if I've been initiated doing japa, or if I have initiated with the sacred thread ceremony, with sacred thread, then Sandhya Vandana. Any spiritual practice, whatever we have taken, we should continue wherever we go. That has been told in this. Even if you go one step outside from the house, you may say that because you are outside, I will not be able to perform my spiritual practice. Don't think, you should do it. So nityam, kavachena avruto nityam, always. If you want mother's protection, if you want good things to happen, wherever you go, you should chant this Durga Kavacha. Yadi ichet shubham atmanah. Yadi ichet, again, terms and conditions apply. Yadi ichet, if you desire, shubham atmanah, auspiciousness for oneself. If you desire good, if you desire get away, I mean, try to avoid the problems, and if you want that you should have you should get good things always, then it is better to chant Durga Kavacha wherever you go, wherever you may go, every day without fail. Then what happens? Kavachena avruto nityam. One who is covered by, one who avruto, covered by, protected by kavacha. Kavacha means armor. Which armor here? It is not the plastic armor or a steel armor or a metal armor. It is Durga Kavacha. The Durga armor. If you are protected by Durga armor, what happens? Yatra yatra iva gacchati. If you are well protected by that, then all good things only happens. No bad thing will happen. Yatra yatra iva gacchati. Wherever you may go, but still you are protected by Durga Kavacha. That means what? Wherever you go, you cannot leave your spiritual practice. You should not stop your spiritual practices, including Durga Kavacha chanting. That is what the 43rd verse of meaning. Okay. Tatra tatrartha labascha vijaya sarva kamikaha yam yam chintayate kamam tam tam prapnoti nishchitam. Now, tatra tatra means wherever, artha labascha. Someone may say, oh Swamiji, like you, we are not interested in moksha or mukti. Yeah, we are interested, maybe that is afterwards. Now we are interested in wealth, different type of wealth. I want money, I want gold, I want maybe some ornaments, or I want to increase my bank balance. Even if you desire, by chanting Durga Kavacha, you will get all the type of desires pertaining to wealth, basically. So, tatra tartha artha labascha. whatever desire, whatever different types of wealth may be there. For example, animals are also considered wealth, land also considered as wealth, then ornaments or gold or silver, then different money or job even. Everything is attainable by chanting this Durga Kavacha daily. Okay. Vijayaha, that is victory. And Sarvakamika, fulfiller of all desires. Now, you want to have a victory. You want to have a victory. Victory in the sense, for example, you are participating in a competition, you want to win, you want to have a victory. Or you have taken an exam. In the exam, you want to get a distinction. So any type of competition, any type of struggles you may take, any type of struggle you may take. So there, if you wish to have a victory, then you should chant Durga Kavacha daily so that you will get a victory. Sarvakamika, not only wealth, not only victory, any type of desire if you want to fulfill, by chanting Durga Kavacha, it is like a kalpataru, it fulfills all your desires. So, but condition is you should chant Durga Kavacha daily. Yam yam chintayate kamam. Whatever one desires, whatever one thinks, oh, this should be fulfilled, that should be fulfilled, which is seriously one hour things, whatever they think, all their desires, tam tam prapnoti nishchitam. It is not just mere hearsay, or it is not mere saying. Nishchitam means certainly. Certainly, all your desires are fulfilled. All your prayers are answered by chanting Durga Kavacha. Again, terms and conditions apply. Daily one has to chant. Okay. Paramaishwaryamatulam prapsyate bhutale puman nirbhayo jayate martyah sangrameshu aparajitah. Okay. Now, in the Param Aishwaryam. Aishwaryam means wealth, we all know that. But Paramaishwaryam means which is unmatched or incomparable wealth. Supreme wealth. Param Aishwaram Atulam. Paramaishwaram, supreme wealth. Atulam means incomparable, unmatched. I've got maybe 10,000 euros or maybe rupees or 20,000 euro. Okay. 10 lakhs. Okay. 10 crores. Or if I want to become like a Ambani or whatever, millionaire or billionaire, even if you think so, by chanting Durga Kavacha, you can get unmatched wealth. It doesn't mean that by just you will become Ambani. I mean, just I give an example, means unmatched wealth. You will get the wealth in abundance. That's what we have to understand. Param Aishwaryam Atula. Then someone thinks, okay, I want devotion alone. I don't want all these things. I want devotion alone. Devotion is also a type of wealth. We can get devotion by chanting this. Then one wants to have a purity of mind. That is also a spiritual wealth. If you're chanting this Durga Kavacha regularly with sincerity, you can get the purity of mind, which is spiritual wealth. Either physical wealth, mental wealth, or spiritual wealth, or emotional wealth. Any type of wealth is able to get from this Durga Kavacha chanting. Prapsyate, you will attain. Where? In the heaven. Okay, now you chant every day, then after death you will attain this. No. Bhutale. Prapsyate bhutale. While you are living on this mundane world, while you are living on this earth itself, you can attain. Who can attain? The spiritual seeker, the sincere practitioner. Puman. Puman means not only man, it is a human being. So human being, whoever does the Durga Kavacha regularly, sincerely, for them, they get Paramaishwaryam and Bhutale Puman Prapsyate. Okay. Then he can also attain few other things, extra add-on features. What is that? Nirbhayaha Jayate. Nirbhayaha Jayate means he or she becomes fearless. I may be millionaire, I may be billionaire, I may be crorepati, but I can have a fear. Fear of my children, fear of my parents, fear of my relatives, or fear of failure, and fear of the greatest fear for all of us, for every human being, is what? Fear of death, which is called abhinivesha. So even that is also can be achieved. That also can be overcome by chanting this. So nirbhaya jayate martyaha. Martya means mortal. We are all mortal because we have got date of manufacture and we have got date of expiry. Birth and death is there, isn't it? That's why we are martya. So this martya nirbhaya jayate means he or she becomes fearless. Okay. Sangrameshu aparajita. You will win You will win in the battle. You will be undefeatable, invincible in the battle. Then you may say, Swamiji, I am not any soldier. So like we had Operation Sindoor recently. So I may not go to any battle because I'm not a soldier. I'm a housewife, or I'm a civilian. So there is no battle for me. Then how is it relevant for me? All our life is battle. Every day we are fighting with our relatives, with our friends, family people, or with myself, with my own mind, my own mind. I want to get up and do spiritual practice. I'm not able to get up. I want to control my mind. I am unable to control my mind. I want to be free from all worries. I am unable to be free from worries. So I'm struggling with myself. That itself, life itself is a war. Life itself is a struggle. So all these things can be win over by maybe purity of mind, devotion, or even external struggles, internal struggles. Everything can be win over by chanting this Durga Kavacha. Okay, next shloka we will see now. त्रैलोक्येषु तु भवेत् पूज्यः कवचेनावृतः पुमान् इदं तु देव्या कवचं देवानामपि दुर्लभम्. त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्यः means you will become bhavet pujya, you will become worthy of worship. Triloketu, of course, surely in the three worlds. Which are the three worlds? Heaven, earth, and ether. These are the three worlds. Then a question may come in the present day, Swamiji, we don't believe in all this heaven and hell and other things. What about then? Then what about? Loka means whichever is perceptible through our sense organs and mind, that is what the definition of the loka. Then you can say that Trilokya means you need not to speak of other worlds. Even there are three types of people. Even this loka means people in Sanskrit, one of the meaning. Some there are friends, some are enemies, and some are neutral people. Trilokya also can be considered like this. Friends and foes and neutral people. You will be celebrity among all those people. So Trilokya Bhavet Puja. You command the respect, or you become celebrity, or you are well honored, well respected. That's what we mean. Triloketu Bhavet Pujyaha. You will become worthy of worship in the three worlds or with all the three people. Kavachena Avruta Puman. Who will be celebrity? Who can be worthy of worship in these three worlds or with these three people? Kavachena Avruta Puman. One who is enveloped or protected by this divine armor called Durga Kavacha. How can we get protected by this Durga Kavacha? By chanting it regularly with sincerity, with dedication, devotion, purity of mind, all these things. Idam tu devya kavacham devanam api durlabham. Oh, Brahma is telling to Markandeya, oh Markandeya, I have given this Durga Kavacha. Whatever I have given, it is devanam api durlabham. It is even so rare indeed. That's why it is rare. That's why it is called secret. It is sacred and rare. It is secret. That's how in that sense. So even the celestial beings, devatas, even they have not got this. It is such a rare one. Here, devanamapi durlabham. The regular meaning is what? Even the celestial beings, different devatas, gods and goddesses with a small g, even they have not got this. That is the one meaning. And the other meaning is, whether you become any celestial being, you like become Indra, Varuna, and then Marut, Shashanka. These are all different type of celestial beings. There are like a different posts actually. You do so much punya, you accumulate so much punya, then you can also get to that post actually. So, except this earth, whichever world you go, either above worlds or below worlds, there only you can experience your, the fruits of action, but you cannot accumulate. For example, you have gone to somewhere tour, wherever, whichever country you might have gone, there whatever money you have got, using that you can only spend, but you cannot work there. To work, you have to come back to the place where you are there and you have to work and you have to get. So similarly, if you want to accumulate the karma phala, fruits of action, you have to take the human birth and you have to be in this mundane world. In other words, it is only bhoga, only experience, no fresh accumulation. So from that angle, devanamapi durlabha. They might get Durga Kavacha. They might hear Durga Kavacha. They might know Durga Kavacha. But by chanting Durga Kavacha, whatever the results you are getting, they cannot get. Why? Because it is only for experience. It is not for accumulation. So human birth is so great and so unique. So we should always feel great about it. So Devanam Bhakti Durlabham, you understand. Then Idam tu Devya Kavacha. This Devya Kavacha. Yah patet prayato nityam trisandhyam shraddhayanvitaha दैवी कला भवेत् तस्य त्रैलोकेषु अपराजितः. Okay. Yah patet prayato nityam. Prayatah. So prayatah means with devotion, with purity of mind. So many times we say, Swamiji, I am chanting Durga Kavacha, but nothing is happening. Okay, we are chanting daily, that is good, but with devotion, we should also chant. And with try to, as much as possible, with purity of mind, we should also chant. This prayatha includes two things. So this is what I mean always, terms and conditions apply. I am doing japa for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I feel there is no spiritual benefit or spiritual progress. If that means there is a problem in my spiritual practice, somewhere there is a lagging. Because every spiritual practice or everything which includes terms and conditions. So here also, this is one of the terms and conditions. What is a prayataha? Prayataha means two meanings. One is with devotion and with purity of mind. With purity is, one is physical purity and the other is mental purity. Both if possible, fine. When we go out, if we are not able to take bath and all, no problem. Mental purity is more important. Because in the Shastras, 7 types of bathing they speak. Where if you cannot take a regular bath, okay, then if you don't get water to take physical bath, then what to do? Then if you got little water, uttering the mantra, you can do prokshan and you can chant. That is the one type. The other is they tell, okay, there is no water at all, there is no mantra thing. Mental bath is also available. If not, then mud bath is also allowed. If not, then go my or anything. For example, cow dung or a cow urine or milk, anything, little sprinkling also, one can get purified. Like that, 7 types of bathing has been told in our Shastras. Any type of bathing you can do. Or just mentally remember the Vishnu's name or Shiva's name, any god's name 3 times, and you will get purified mentally and you can chant. So prayataha. Okay, how many times we should chant? If you ask, they are saying Trisandhyam Shraddhayanvitaha. Again, two more conditions. First condition is what? Prayataha, with devotion, sincerity, or purity of mind. Then Trisandhyam, 3 times you have to chant. When is 3 times? One is morning, the other is the morning and afternoon when it meets, say around 12 o'clock, roughly I'm saying, and evening, when the afternoon and the evening which it meets, Sandhi Samaya. So one is morning, where just sunrise, during just before sunrise, and afternoon, where the morning is getting ended and afternoon is going to start. This is second. The third is where afternoon is going to end and evening time, like Godhuli Samaya we said, where when the cows used to come back and we that evening basically. These 3 times whoever chants regularly, for them, whatever the phala we are saying, fruits we are saying, they will be getting that. And one more, Shraddhayanvitaha. Shraddhayanvitaha means with faith. It is not actually faith, with Shraddha. It is not casual approach. It is not a very careless approach. Rather, it is a committed approach. Shraddhayanvita. We should chant Durga Kavacha with purity of mind, with devotion 3 times, and also with faith, with Shraddha. Then what happens? Daivi kala bhavet tasya. For such a person, he will get divine power. Such a person will be endowed with divine power. I don't know how many of you know this story. It is a very quite interesting story, which we can see in Mahabharata itself. Aniruddha was the son of Krishna. Aniruddha, we all know that. Now there was a young prince in another kingdom. Her name was Usha actually. Interestingly, Usha gets the dream of this Aniruddha. Then Usha has not seen at all Aniruddha, but somehow she get the dream. She was also an adolescent girl, so she got the dream of Aniruddha. And this Usha tells to her one of the very close attendant that I had a dream of a youth. I don't know much his name and other things, but somehow I have fallen in love with him. Then this Usha's attendant says, okay, you explain what did you see in the dream. I will write. I will draw his picture. Then she starts explaining and she draws the picture, and afterwards through inquiry, they come to know that such and such a person like Aniruddha, who is the son of Krishna, his physical nature resembles this picture. Then Usha was really obsessed with this Aniruddha and she wanted Aniruddha. Now Usha's attendant, she was a great Devi Upasaki. She used to worship Divine Mother. And they tried somehow, and this Aniruddha was captured by one of the demon basically. Then this Usha started feeling bad because of me. Aniruddha got into trouble. Then Usha says, "Don't worry, we will get him out." And Usha says, "How is it possible?" Usha suddenly said, "Don't worry," and she prays to the Divine Mother. And with the Divine Mother's grace, Aniruddha get released, and Aniruddha finally marries Usha. Now you see, Usha's attendant, Paricharake, an attendant lady, she helped that Usha to get her husband. How it was possible for her? Because she was a regular Devi Upasaki. She used to worship Devi Upasana. And interestingly, all the incarnations, before starting their main work, they did Devi Upasana. Sri Ramakrishna started with Kali worship Pandal, but he ended with Sodashi Puja, then only started his main Avatara Karya. And if you see in the Ramayana, Rama did Durga Puja and he tried to kill Ravana. We all know that's where we do Sharanavaratri. And even in Mahabharata, Krishna makes Arjuna to worship Divine Mother before the Kurukshetra was starting. In the Mahabharata is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's story is there. Shankaracharya life story is there. Ramacharya's life, we have got stories. So all of the Acharyas and the Avatar Purushas, they did Divine Mother worship before starting their main incarnation work or prophetic work. So Divine Mother's worship is very, very grateful, very, very powerful also. So Daivi Kala Bhavet Tasya. He will get divine energy, divine power, or he will get basically an aura, I mean to say. Then Trailokeshu Aparajitaha. In the three worlds, he will be undefeated person. He will be invincible person. No one can defeat him. Okay. Jeevet Varshashatam Sagram Apamrityu Vivarjitaha Nashyanti Vyadaya Sarve Luta Vispota Kadaya. This is one quite interesting. What is that? Jeevet Varshashatam Sagram. Jeevet Varshashatam. Such and such a person may live 100 years. Now, if the sadhaka doesn't wish, that is different. But by chanting regularly, he may live 100 years. How? Sagram. Sagram means and much more. And much more means what? Okay, he is living 100 years, no doubt. At the 70 or 71st year, he fell down and his back broke. And for 30 years, he was bedridden. Now, what is the use of such life? I am living for 100 years and 30 years I was bedridden. No. So Sagra means he is living 100 years with all good health, more or less with a good health. With a happiest life, it is not he or she will not become burden to anyone. That's what we mean by Sagram. Jived Varshasatam Sagram means he will live 100 years without any problem, much problems, without much difficulties. Okay. And whoever does 3 times Durga Kavacha, what happens for him? Apamrityu Vivarjitaha. He will win over from the untimely death. There are many questions can come when we hear some accidents. For example, a young chap, he meets with an accident and he or she will die. And young chap, because there were some problems in the life, he or she jumps into river and they ends the life. Or suicide, or hanging oneself. All these things when we hear, we get perturbed, we get moved, and we also think, what happened to their life? Was it only end of the life? Lifespan was only that much or what? No. So in their cases, most of these accidents and the untimely deaths, their lifespan was more, but they ended forcibly their life. It is like giving an example. Lamp has been lit. There is a lamp is in a good condition. Oil is there. Cotton twig is also in good condition. Because of the air, because of the too much air, lamp got off. So similarly, some prarabdha karma, no doubt, because of the some karma phala, at that given point of time, they were unable to face it and they ended their life, which is untimely death, which is not timely death. There can be timely death, they might die in a young age itself, but most of the accidents are untimely death. That is called here apamrityu. Apamrityu vivarjitaha. Such and such a person will be free from untimely death. Then nashyanti vyadaya sarve. All their diseases are destroyed. They'll be free from diseases mostly. Now, vyadayaha, vyadi means physical disease, adi means mental disease. Here they are speaking of vyadaya means they'll be free from physical disease. More or less, they will have a good health. That's what we mean. Nashyanti vyadaya sarve, luta vispota kadayaha. Vispota means bomb. Luta means skin diseases. Skin diseases which are dry in nature. I may get skin itching. People may get skin itching so much so that they'll keep on itching their skin and whatever, and they will get a problem. So luta means it is a skin disease which is dry in nature. Then vispotaka means boils, blisters, diseases which creates the skin diseases which creates a pus and which create some other like a rotten skin and other things. That is called vispotaka. All type of skin diseases are he will be free from that. So basically, he will have a good health and he will live 100 years and he will be free from all type of untimely death. And a few, 3 or maybe, 4 or 5 slokas are there. Then we will try to see in the next class. Now, one question may come for all of us. Okay, if I am chanting Durga Kavacha, or as you are told, we will try our best to do it, then do we get all these things? Yes and no. Why? Because all these things is possible when we get mantra siddhi. So this we have to be very clear. He and such a person was doing regularly Durga Kavacha or Vishnu Sahasranama, the Palashruti was there, but things went opposite to it. Whoever does Durga Kavacha, he will be free from untimely death, they said, and that same person had an untimely death. How is it then? Is it Durga Kavacha is false then? Is whatever the Brahma is telling here, is it false then? No. So here, very sensible issue, sensible thing is there we have to understand. All these things are possible just not by mere chanting. By chanting, we are protected, no doubt. Lot of our problems can be reduced. Lot of our challenges can be solved. And lot of things we get it, no doubt. But whatever the results they have told, everything if you have to get, if any sadhaka, any aspirant, he has to get mantra siddhi. Mantra siddhi means by chanting Durga Kavacha for a long time, he should be able to get that mantra siddhi. Mantra siddhi can be explained like, for an example, we are doing a Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. So you are doing Om Namah Shivaya mantra for a long time, say at least 6 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakhs overall we have done, then you will get a vision of the Lord Shiva. Or you will get a vision, or you will get an experience of Lord Shiva's presence, or something you will get it basically. That is called mantra siddhi. So when you do this Durga Kavacha, and one who gets mantra siddhi, Durga Kavacha mantra siddhi, such person alone will be entitled to get all these results completely. That you have to be very clear. But then, okay, I have not got mantra siddhi, or I don't know whether I get mantra siddhi or not, then should I do it or not? Yes, we should keep on doing it. We should keep on doing it. At least our mental agony will be reduced, no doubt. We are taken care by so many things, no doubt, and we will get a lot of positive strength by doing this Durga Kavacha and all. So there we have to be very clear. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Yeah, Madhuri.
Pranam Swamiji. Swamiji, in the 46th shloka, the word tu, is that indicative of like on the other hand, like showing that in the previous shloka we spoke about what's attained in this world, and then here it's talking about in all the other worlds as well.
No, here tu means it is tu is an, of course you know Sanskrit bit, that's why I'm telling. Tu means it is indeed. Tu is an avyaya here. Tu means here indeed or surely.
Okay. So
Thank these avyayas are contextually we have to understand. Here in this particular sloka, tu is an avyaya, no doubt. But tu means
Hmm.
here it is indeed, surely.
Hmm. Okay, science.
Hmm. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Thank you,
Okay, I think.
Maharaj. Namaskar. Good evening.
Pranam Maharaj.
Maharaj, uttering Om Namah Shivaya for 1 lakh times, will you get the vision of Lord Shiva?
Yeah, it is very difficult, but as per the Shastras, as per the scriptures, they say how many letters are there in a mantra, into so many lakhs you have to do it. For an
Hmm.
example, Om Namah Shivaya. Om,
Hmm.
Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya. Five letters. That means minimum 5 lakhs one has to do. Now,
Hmm.
minimum 5 lakhs one has to do. That's what the Tantra Shastras say. Now, I may do just 108, I may get Shiva's vision, depending on my mental state, purity of mind, devotion, and all. Just by doing 108, even 1000, or even 3 or 1, even by doing that, one can get a vision. Now, someone may do 10 lakhs, but still he or she may not get a vision. What is the problem? Problem is the backlog. The more and more we have got a backlog, and the more and more we have to do sadhana. But according to the Shastra, mantra siddhi can happen with a akshara laksha, they say. Akshara laksha means in one mantra, how many letters are there into so many lakhs. Now, recently I was reading one of the book there when the commentator says, in this present age, our minds are so dirty and so much diluted. Akshara laksha is
Yeah.
not enough. Akshara koti is required, he says. Means, 5 crores. 5 crores, if you do, probably you will get a Shiva's vision. This is what a discussion, but we can't take it literally there. So basically, there our sincere devotion, purity of mind, and yearning
Hmm.
for God,
Yeah.
all these things matters.
Yes.
Swamiji, you just mentioned the word backlog. Because of backlog, the mantra siddhi was not happening. So, what exactly do you mean by backlog? Does it
Means
mean
so much
the
yeah, backlog in the sense here, so much trash we are having it.
oh, acha, impurities in the mind? Okay, okay, all
Impurities
right.
in the mind. For an example, like you have got a 5 ton of trash.
Okay.
5 ton of trash, and daily we are trying to remove 100 grams, 200 grams, 100 grams, 200 grams. And we are thinking nothing is happening. Why? Because it is so limited way we are removing the trash and we are cleaning it. So we feel that it is not happening. It will take long time. So then what should we do? We should try to remember the trash more and more, first point. And second, we should also take care that we should not add any more trash.
Okay, yeah. And how do we remove the trash? By chanting, like the japa.
By japa, by good habits, by
Hmm.
remembering the God, by chanting, by doing bhajans, meditation, any habits which makes us more and more strong, which is more,
Spiritual.
which takes us towards the God more and more.
Hmm.
Any
Spiritual
action which
practice.
takes us towards God more and more, all of them can be added here, can be included here. Yes.
Okay, that will reduce the
Maharaj,
trash.
thank you. I just want to add just one last one question. That is, last time I do not know whether maybe it was in a YouTube channel, some or maybe on this here 6 months back, I think. You said that some mantra you uttered that was mainly Lord Narayan mantra, but you said that if you recite this Lord Vishnu mantra, automatically it will also gain you with Lord Ganesha, means Lord Vinayaka. So, which was that mantra? If you could just tell me.
No, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not able to
That
remember. Which you are
that
referring to. If you give me exactly reference, then afterwards maybe
uh,
I will think and
Vishnu
get back to
mantra,
you.
some
I
Kabach,
don't.
Vishnu Kabach mantra.
Sorry, no, I'm not able to remember now.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Mm. Thank you,
Any
Maharaj.
other
Thank you
question
so
as
much.
such? Mhm.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste.
Please wish me.
Hmm. Usha, you wanted to ask something?
No, Maharaj. Pranam Maharaj. It's okay. It was a wonderful
Fine,
class.
fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranam Maharaj.
Thank you. Okay then.
Looks like there are no more questions. So
Yeah.
Bruna.
thank you